Hello everyone, my name is Miss Lily Flute and I'm here with another video. Today the video is what is in my flute bag. So as all musicians know, they have a gig bag usually, or a bag where they keep all their music and just essentially all the stuff they may need for a performance or for a rehearsal. And just like if you're an accountant, a teacher, any profession, usually you have a bag that you take to work with all your work related things if you don't keep them at work already. Let me preface this by saying this is a budget friendly video. There are gig bags specifically made for flute and flute playing and gigs and all that, and easily they're $250–$300, a lot of money. So I will let you know my budget friendly version, and I will let you know the places where I got all the stuff in the video. The first thing that's in my bag that's already out of my bag is my microphone. I'm soft spoken, so I want to make sure that I had a decent microphone when I record the videos, that I sound good. And so I got this on Amazon, which I'll try to link that below somewhere in the description or something like that. This is my flute bag. So this is a Vera Bradley bag, and Vera Bradley is kind of not the most budget friendly brand, but the good thing about most stores that have a higher price range, a lot of times they'll have an outlet. And so the outlet that was nearest me had a sale on top of their sale. So this bag, I don't even remember, maybe it was like $80, $60, 80, 50. I know it was less than $80. So maybe around 50, 60, I'd say. And this is my Vera Bradley bag. I did get my Instagram name embroidered onto it, and I just went to my local mall, and the embroidery, depending on how big or small, it changes the price. I know some companies charge by character and some companies just charge by size. The company that I went to charged by size, and I believe my embroidery was about $22. So yep. And then I have my TBS pin because I am a soror and member of Tau Beta Sigma National Honorary Band Sorority Incorporated. So I have that pin here because I am a musician. And then one of my students got me this keychain that says I teach tiny musicians, which I'll insert a picture somewhere so you could see it a little bit closer, but it was like one of my favorite teacher appreciation gifts. So let's get into it. I like this bag because one, it was cost effective, and two, it has a lot of pockets, and three, it fit my flute. Currently I don't play alto flute. Sometimes I play bass flute, but if I were to carry that, I would not put an alto flute in here even if it was big enough, and I wouldn't put a bass flute in here even if it was big enough, because I just personally rather just carry them. Or even like if I played all, I would have like a cart. I've seen some people have carts. That's just a personal preference. To me, I would think that's easier. Now I'm going to dive into what's actually in my flute bag. So as some of you may know, some of you don't, I am a teacher. I teach in the public school system, I teach in the private school system, and I also teach privately on my own. So I teach 3 out of 3 different places. And in my hobbies, one of my hobbies is yoga and fitness and exercise. So I'm currently doing that. And then I like to crochet. So those are just some things that I like to do, and I like to travel. And so in my the most back pocket here, I have my notebook, and this is just kind of like where all my ideas go. I used to bullet journal, and when I did, I'd have a brain note, because if I don't write it down, I'm the person, if I do not write it down, I will forget. So it could be the most important thing ever. If I don't write it down, I'll forget. So I have this notebook. This kind of has all my ideas, my goals, my personal plans, separate from my planner. But all of that goes in this notebook, like all my video ideas, all my content, all of that will go in this notebook. So that goes back here. Easy. I think this pocket essentially would be for a laptop, but I keep my laptop in my bigger pocket. That's all that's in that pocket. Next pocket, pocket number 2. This has my flute. Currently, I play a Yamaha flute, and hopefully in NFA 2025, I will be purchasing a new flute, a professional model flute. But currently, this is what I bought when I was in college, and I don't know how old it is. I think I bought it in either 2016, like maybe at the end of 2016 or the beginning of 2017. So do the math, and that's how old my flute is. And then also in this pocket, I have my Tafnel Luber, the Flute Bible. As you can see, no cover, but I still use it. That's what I did in college. Scales. Then I have my Hercules stand. And I have a couple flute stands, but I have my big flute stand just because my mom bought it for me when I was in college, I think. And I used that first, and then I got one of those smaller stands, and I just keep that in my flute case. That will probably be my next video, what's in my flute case. And this is just a Hercules stand. I have my name written on it just because they all look the same. And I've gotten my stand stolen before, but it was by accident. And then the person who actually had my stand was my flute teacher. She thought it was hers, and then she realized she had two, and that was my smaller stand. So my big stand I use, I won't put it all together, but it has two normal pegs for flute, and I think clarinet could fit on one, and then it has a piccolo peg, so if I played my piccolo, then I would keep that on there. So that's the third thing that's in this pocket. And then the last thing is my computer. So a lot of musicians use tablets on their, like, for reading their music. Over the summer, I bought this computer for school, specifically for teaching, just so I have a computer that has better memory and just newer, updated. And then recently, like within this last month, the last concert that I had, I put some of my music on here to try to read it in the concert and everything. I enjoyed it. I prefer paper the old-fashioned way, but because a lot of times I have a lot of music and I'm doing a lot of different things, especially at different schools and everything, I'm trying to go the more technology route. And I even bought this pen to go with it. It's a computer that opens 360 and it goes all the way back into a tablet. So that's another thing that I keep in my big pocket, just because for like the weight distribution, I like it better in the big pocket. Okay, so that's the second pocket. That's all that's in there. The next pocket is this. There's another one, this middle one, and that has my piccolo. Now this, I have two piccolos. I only have one in here. This was gifted to me by my friend in high school, who she's like, I'm never going to play the piccolo again, and I went to college for music, so she gave this to me. It's just a combined heart. It's not a wooden, I think it's composite material. I have two piccolos that are composite. This one just does not have the lip plate mouthpiece, and the other one does. And I just keep this in here for if I ever need to play piccolo for anything. So that's in this separate pocket here. And I like to put it here because it doesn't like jostle around. Like I said, this is not a flute book bag, so it doesn't have any straps in here to hold in any of the items. So that's it in that pocket. And then in my branded embroidered pocket, let's see what I put in here. Oh, my business cards. So I bought this little case on Shein, and I have my little business cards in here. And I think I'm going to put my pen in here too, so I don't lose it. So I have my business cards in there. And then in this bottom pocket right here, that's where I keep my microphone. And then I have, my tuner. Oftentimes I use my phone tuner, so I usually use my phone, but my twin brother a while ago for one of my birthdays got me this tuner, and this is one of my favorite tuners that I've ever had. And fun fact, in college I was the only one who had this tuner, like this brand and this color. And in one of the rehearsals in wind ensemble, somebody stole it from my stand. And they were a coward because it's unique and nobody else had this. I like looked to see who would, have it in their stand, like in rehearsal, and of course they were dumb enough to steal, but they were smart enough not to bring it to rehearsal again. So I was feeling so liked it. So I bought an identical one. So brother, if you're watching this is not the one you gave me because somebody stole it and I had to buy another one. But I liked it a lot. You picked out a good one because I never heard this brand before. Yeah. Then I have some hand sanitizer, and then I have some ear plugs, and then I have a clarinet mouthpiece. I do play clarinet, not well. I mean, I used to, but I don't have a clarinet to really practice on. So I just keep that in here. Maybe I might have the opportunity. I need to get a ligature though. And then I have some pencils, and that's kind of some other things you might keep in your bag, or that I keep that just aren't in here. Is a water bottle like that in the side pockets. Obviously, my computer charger, and just some other odds and ends that you might take with you, like that you might use on a daily, like a phone charger or something like that. But I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope you, if you need to budget friendly, do the budget friendly route on getting a flute bag, because anything could be a gig bag if you make it. You don't have to buy the most expensive or the name brand, because although those might be great, this is better for me. So follow your heart, do what you want, and make sure your pocketbook is okay. I hope you enjoyed this video with Miss Lily Flute, and I'll see you in the next one.